Hello, coconuts. Welcome to another game of An Empty Dream, a Girl by Moonlight game. My name is Archangelic. My pronouns are she, her, and I am going to be the director tonight. So let's go ahead and introduce our players.
I got my call sheet up ahead of time, so I know what I'm doing. My name is Chantel. My pronouns are they, them. I am playing Winifred, aka Nif, or Winifred, otherwise known as Nif. Her pronouns are she, her. And Nif's transcendent self is Concordia, whose pronouns are they, them. And I'm playing the Harmony.
Fantastic. Great job, Chantel, as always. Hi, everybody. I am Elle. I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing Carrie Milan of Vanderleal, also known as Lycos, who is the Outsider Playbook. Both forms use they, them pronouns. They just dealt with a really bad case of the mite. Sorry, everybody. That's why we weren't here last week.
In an alphabetical order of my own design, I am next. I am Dozens. My pronouns are he, they. I will be playing time traveler and girl scientist Janice Quinn, aka Kronos.
We are off
There,
to a start. Oh,
that's
did I
it.
jump in too early?
Nope.
No, it's okay. You did
Okay.
good. Good job.
Hello, friends. My name is Soliloquy Jaden. I use they, them pronouns. You can find me most places online as Fast Sapphic Bro. I will be playing the unlikely hero, Calliope Rodriguez, she, her pronouns, and eventually Verdage, they, them pronouns. Welcome back to our space here at Lantern Light Adventures. This is home to all of our TTRPG and related content on Twitch. All of our games are also uploaded to our Lantern Light Adventures YouTube channel. There's a link to our link tree in the chat right now that you can click, and it'll take you to all of our various social media pages so you can follow us everywhere we are. If you want to keep up to date on everything we're doing, feel free to also join our Discord, which is linked in the chat. If you want to play with us or GM for us, fill out the TTRPG actual play interest form, which you can find linked in our link tree and in the chat. And once you fill out that form, I will email you back with our TTRPG consent form, and then we can match you with games from there. We will be streaming this Girl by Moonlight game every Tuesday from 6 to 9 p.m. PST. We also have been recording an audio cast after show where we go over advancement and debrief from the game. You can listen to this for free on our Patreon at patreon.com/lanternlightadventures. These after shows will always be free, but we appreciate any contributions so that we can keep bringing you awesome queer content. As for where you can find us the rest of the week, on Sundays from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. PST, we stream the Era of the Dragons, and that is our D&D actual play. We typically take the last weekend of the month off to work on editing and producing more content for y'all, so we don't usually stream the Era of the Dragons game on the last Sunday of the month each month. On most Mondays from 3 to 6 p.m. PST, Archangelic, myself, and our lovely producer Polygeist have been streaming our playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. If you'd like to play with us as a guest, reach out to me at any time. Otherwise, feel free to come and hang out with us while we play. If you missed our special one-shot playtest of Daggerheart, the new system from Darrington Press, Spencer Stark, and the folks from Critical Role, you can watch the recording of it over on our YouTube. And finally, in support of Palestine, there will be a donation link on our Twitch page to donate to Doctors Without Borders. We hope that you will donate whatever you're able as we remain in solidarity for a free Palestine. Thanks.
Thank you so much for those announcements. So let us begin our game. Blacktail stands before the crystalline choir once again. He adjusts his armor and hopes that his nerves are imperceptible to the authority he now speaks to. Everything has gone off without a hitch. Corvus has successfully embedded herself amongst the dreamers. Sending the monster distracted the traders for long enough to obtain what we are after. One of the smaller crystals screeches, "Yes, good. Any day now we'll be able to move an army through the conduit. Stay the course, soldier." Other crystals echo in agreement. Blacktail bows slightly. The largest crystal bellows, "It isn't enough. We need more chaos, more instability." Blacktail gasps, his whiskers twitch. Surely that would destabilize everything I've worked for. The others seem to agree. Do you think this is a democracy? Do you think I answer to petulant ants? Do as I say, or perish yourself. At this, Blacktail bows deeply. "As you wish, my lord." He retires to his planning room. His tail jerks, his clawed fist clenches. He drives his fists in one blow through one of the glass panels on the wall. It sparks and pieces fall to the floor. He screams.
Poor kitty.
So let's check in on our heroes in beautiful Santa Marta, California. What are you all up to? As you just came off of, you fought a jet monster, you sent a friend along the way, you listed out all the mysteries you have to solve. But as always, life carries on. Things you have to do come up. So we are in the obligation phase. So what are each of you doing here?
Quick question. Are we picking up the evening when we left off, or are we picking up like the next morning?
Either way, I'm good with either one.
Okay, just curious. Thank you.
The next morning is objectively funnier because it means that Carrie did not go to a hospital and nobody told Carrie to go to a hospital or made them go to a hospital.
We know that would be bad for the people at the hospital.
They are a biter.
1,000-yard stare over here. I mean,
Same.
if there is anything that Calliope, I think we were going to wait until our downtime to do the investigating over the lake, so over the water.
Mhm, mhm.
So I'm not sure if you want to do stuff this evening. We can do that. We can go to the morning.
I'm good either way.
I feel like, I mean, we ended on like the movie night.
Mhm.
So I feel
Yeah.
like that's kind of evening time, and then we can pick up the next morning. It'll be a smoother transition than like retroactively going back to something before that, because
For sure.
I guess Calliope and they've hung out a little more, talked through some stuff, went home.
So new day. All right, cool.
Like totally.
Don't
my
ever do that
God.
again.
Just for the sake of everyone's audience, I gave Chantel a little guff for being too Canadian. So in our California actual play. So,
it's in my blood. It's blood and maple syrup in here.
all right. Actually, we can still be in the evening. I mean, you have to go home, you have to sleep, you have things to do in the morning. Maybe we'll start with you, Calliope. So
All right. I think if we're going to try and just start with a new day, Calliope will get up and start getting ready. So I have really long hair, like almost down to my butt long hair that I usually tie up into a ponytail, which my mom doesn't love. Okay, whatever. But today I actually have it in like a really tight bun because I have a pottery class that I have to do and I do not want clay in my freaking hair. So, put my hair up in a real tight bun, like think ballerina style tight bun. I'll get my stuff and we'll go downstairs to get what I assume is juice, before I head out.
yeah, so you assume it'll be juice, but instead you find red meat, some steaks, spinach. I mean, you see spinach even in the juices, but you see meat in the fridge.
My mother.
Your mother is getting ready for work herself, and she comes in and looks at you and she says, I wish you would let your hair down. Like keeping it up, like you have such beautiful hair.
I know, Mom. I've pottery class today, and I'd hate to get clay in the hair. That seems like it'd be a pain in the ass to clean.
Well, but you don't, I mean, like it's not just today. You almost always wear it up like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, it gets in the way. I got things I got to do, and have you
Okay.
tried taking pictures with a camera and hair in your face? It's not fun, Mom.
I'm just saying you have beautiful hair and I wish you would show it more.
I appreciate that you like my hair. Thanks. So what's with the steaks?
Oh, I saw the doctor yesterday and apparently I'm anemic. So he has me adding some meat, some red meat, spinach, leafy greens to the whole juice diet.
That sounds okay. That sounds accurate. All right. Good luck with that.
I mean, you're welcome to have some. I'm going to make, I'll make some meat tonight.
Sounds great.
Yeah, no salt though. Well, we got to keep it low sodium.
Cool. Pepper. Is pepper cool? Garlic.
I don't like pepper. It's too spicy.
I'm a mouse. Okay, Mom. Do you need me to do anything before I leave?
No, I'm getting ready for work.
Okay, well, have a good one. I have got to get going,
Okay.
and I will get my stuff and leave. And then once I am not in earshot of my mom, I will have a very hearty laugh because that entire thing was hilarious to me, but I cannot laugh in front of my mother at my mother. So,
All right, let's go ahead and get your stress roll.
One of these days, I'm going to
Oops,
murder
stress.
your mother. I hope you know that.
like, I'm so aware. I am so aware that I have to keep you two away from each other. Okay, how do I roll stress again? I'll never remember.
All right,
I'm-
so you got sun, moon, stars. It's whichever is lowest. So the first
Oh,
column indicates
yeah.
how much you have in it.
I only have one I have one star and one moon. I mean,
Sure.
one star and one sun.
All right, so roll one die.
All right. That's a 6.
Oh, you don't take any stress. You
Look at you!
Yay. I think it was just so entertaining to get the validation that, like, yeah, it's almost like you can't just eat one food group and be nutritionally sound. Also, like, hey, look, we have meat. That's great. Okay. Phenomenal.
bland meat.
That's fine. I can bring my own seasoning. It's not a problem.
All right.
My little purse salt and pepper shaker.
As
The-
you
The
head
pepper's too
out,
spicy.
Of course it is.
you get so Calliope, you get emails from Paladin Pixel. Like you just kind of keep up with their newsletter. And you see there is a newsletter of a going out of business sale.
Oh no.
They are starting to sell off things in the store. Right now it's just a 20% cut. They're going to try and eventually, like, there's a schedule of, how things go when
If
they're
I have
liquidating
time,
everything.
if I have time, I will either. If I have time to run by, I will run by. If I don't have time to run by, I will shoot a text off to camera.
Honestly, with the 6, like you're just like blessed with time right now. Like you're not stressed at all.
All right, cool. Then I'm gonna stop by and see if Cameron is there.
Cameron is there. The windows are covered in tarp and duct tape and wood and nails. They've at least cleaned the glass off the floor in here, but it's kind of dark and depressing inside the store. They've put up a sign in front of the broken windows to say they're going out of business. And you see as you come, it seems like a whole bunch of businesses here, as well as the building is also marked for sale.
Oh shit.
And you see that there's like damage to like one of the faces of this like 14-story building.
I'm gonna take a couple of quick pictures on my phone and shoot it off into the group text. Y'all, downtown is fucked. And then I'm gonna go talk to Cameron.
There's an immediate text back from Lycos. Just buy it? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
I'm not gonna respond to that yet. I'm gonna see if anybody else responds to that. I'm gonna go try and chat with Cameron for a sec.
Cameron, as you come into the store, Cameron seems like a little dour, but brightens up when they see you. And they wave and say, "Hey, I didn't expect to see you."
I got the email about the store closing.
Yeah. Yeah, not my choice. The owner just, with the damage and everything, I think kind of the writing's on the wall. I know we almost didn't open up last year when the rent went up.
Damn. That's terrible. What are you gonna do?
I'm weighing my options. Like, I've wanted to start a store of my own one day,
That'd be rad.
but that is time and money, and gotta find a place, and doesn't look like downtown's gonna be the place for this kind of stuff anymore. Yeah, especially
Yeah,
if we keep getting storms like this.
yeah. Storms. What was that like for you?
It was scary. The windows like just busted in. Like, I don't know, they're calling it like a microburst or something. Some sort of like localized thunderstorm.
Oh, peculiar. Calliope will make a mental note to text the group chat this info.
And this is something that you've seen with other monster attacks. People forget them like they were dreams. Like, that's
Mm-hmm.
how the whole town just seems to keep carrying on. Like, you know, it makes sense when you're in the dream, but then you wake up and you just quickly forget.
Yeah, that's fair. Uh, okay. Well, shit. If there's anything you need support with, or if there's anything I can help with, let me know.
Yeah, it's looking like I maybe got like 2 weeks here. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You Are you planning on staying in the area still?
I, that's also kind of up in the air. I don't like, there's not a lot of like affordable places to live, so I might have to go somewhere cheaper, and it's a lot. I would love to, like, this is my home. I grew up here, but
Yeah, for sure. Well, keep me posted and let me know if there's anything you need.
yeah, and like, feel free to like, if there's anything you want, I'll hold on to it for you, and you can get it cheaper later.
Thanks. I'll let you know. I think I'm gonna head out for now, but yeah, let me know if you need anything.
Um, you want to get coffee sometime?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'll text you. I'll text you.
Fantastic.
We'll catch up.
Okay, I'll give them a very awkward hug.
They get like, it's like side hug. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, I'll talk soon. And I will run away because I am gonna have a panic attack. And as I'm running out the door, I am texting the group text about everything Cameron just said about the storm.
Did anyone try to explain the concept of money to Carrie, or is that just not a discussion that people have anymore because they know nothing will come of it?
I mean, I feel like there would have been conversations about money. I think Nif would have tried to like, here's how we set a budget, here's your paycheck, and here's your rent and your utilities. And I think Nif probably was the worst person to try and sit Carrie
Does
down for this.
doesn't Carrie have a job now? Like
Carrie has
teaching.
2 jobs.
Okay.
Carrie does not understand how money works despite having 2 jobs and paying for college.
Yeah, I think Reese has tried to explain this multiple times, mostly at the beginning of the month when rent is due.
Absolutely. I think Carrie just lets Reese handle most of their finances. They know they're not going to understand it.
Yeah, if nobody responded to her to Carrie's text about why don't you just buy it, I would respond with there's no world in which I'd ever have enough money for that. Remember, capitalism sucks.
I think whether or not Nif replies is maybe based on how Nif's obligation goes.
That's fair.
Okay. All right. Anyone else want to go first, or do I need to call on someone?
I can go.
Okay.
I have something in my head,
All right.
unless you have something
Ooh.
specific.
No, I'm
Um,
very freeform today.
Okay. Um, so I think Niv has a lot of things on the go. And Niv is hoping to do some multitasking. So she wakes up extra early, and she wakes up Helios, and hey honey, do you have anything really urgent in school or whatever that you can't put off for a few hours?
Yeah, honey, the sun's not up. What are you doing?
Yeah, but the building, the biology building, the botany building will be empty, and I have to plant some carrots. And I was wondering if you would also like to plant a carrot, maybe in a storage room or in an empty office. You know, we can go hang out. I can plant some carrots. We can have some time
Okay.
together.
All right, but you're buying me a Danish.
I'm absolutely buying you a Danish. Before or after?
Ideally before.
Okay. Okay. We'll stop by the cafe on the way. I think Nif would have her pack together with her heirloom seeds, and she knows that at this point in the morning, there's nobody in the building. And she has access because she's a project lead on, her research project. So she, wants to spend time with Helios,
Mm-hmm.
some good quality time, but she also has carrots to plant. And so she's hoping she can do both.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure how much of a euphemism planting the carrots was.
It's both, apparently.
Porque no los dos.
Porque.
It's kind of impressive, honestly.
Yeah, he'll gladly come with you and help you. He will like load up all his books and everything because he'll have to leave from the botany building to his class.
Picking up a coffee and a couple of Danishes and just, being all cuddly on the way over.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
You
roll
had-
me your stress roll.
All right.
Oh boy.
So I'm hoping I know the fuck me is supposed to be the one, but I'm gonna consider for this roll that would be a 6. Oh man, I shouldn't have said that because I got the fuck you.
Oh,
I didn't get the 1. So my lower roll, because I'm doing stars where I don't have any dots, I got a 1 on my stress.
All right.
it's really bad.
There were people around and they found us.
There was more people here who were like had a similar idea trying to get their projects done. You never realized that you were going to run into the early morning crew in the building, people you've never seen here before, and just like are here doing things before the riffraff get here.
I have never seen anybody here this early. I don't think I've ever been here this early. Shit. Wonder if I can convince them to leave.
I mean, I'm here. We can get this done.
We can still hang out.
Okay.
And
I'm just
I'm
here with you,
sorry.
hun.
I wanted to. This is the worst possible way to try and make something special, but we've just both had so much going on that I just wanted something fun and spontaneous, and I wanted to spend time with you.
He will grab your hand and he'll look at you and says, honey, it's okay. Like we always find time together. We hang out at home. When spring break comes, we'll have a little bit of a break. We'll find time, okay? You don't have to worry about it so much.
I just want to make sure that you understand how wonderful it is to get to be with you. I'm so lucky.
Look, I already love you. Like you don't have to prove yourself to me.
Well, do you love me enough to plant some carrots too?
Yeah, I'll plant some carrots. I'll get my hands dirty before class.
Absolutely. You're wonderful. And maybe the carrot you plant will be the carrot that, helps to cure eyesight issues with carrot. It sounds better in my dissertation.
Yep. Me and my magic hands.
You and your magic hands. Absolutely would like make out for just a little bit after that. Just like planting carrots and making out. There's way too many people around.
Yep, catching kisses in between people coming into the walking across the hall.
I think Nif is still really disappointed because she really wanted this to be like a fun, spontaneous, sexy thing because everything's been so stressful and she's had so much going on.
And it ends up feeling a little more high school, catching kisses and in between
Yeah.
classes.
Yeah. Too many carrots get actually planted. How many stress do I take from rolling a 1?
You get 5 stress.
Holy cow.
That is so much stress. No.
Oh man. I mean, it's about time I
No,
Eclipse.
don't put that into the world. Don't put that into the world.
Knock it off.
Yes.
It's okay. Remember, I start with bonds to myself, so if need be, I can do
True.
some meditation.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Next best thing, right?
I may not have alone time with my sweetheart, but at least I can have alone time with myself.
True.
That was a
All
double
right.
entendre. I apologize.
Meditation.
Meditation.
Oh. Oh. I was
Anyhow.
just like, yeah, meditation is being alone with yourself. So true. So well said.
Meditation is such good self-care.
Yeah,
Perfectly.
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
I was just vibing, no thoughts, head empty.
Just vibing.
Yeah. Ah, you got me again.
All right.
Dozens, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
Oh, please go first.
Okay. You are safe for another moment, Dozens. All right. So after Carrie's not in a very good headspace right now. Spoiler alert, people. So I think that after watching the movie and they go to sleep, they sleep for about like 4 hours. They wake up, they're in a lot of pain, but they have to go to work and they have classes. And in a way, the pain is comforting because it reminds them that they are still there, and it reminds them of their home. It reminds them of the dreaming. And so they know it's a problem, but it's not a problem they want to solve. So they text Calliope first, and when the response comes, there's just a thumbs up icon. They can't put as much thought into it as they normally would. And so I think that Carrie is going to go to class. And they're taking things a little slower. It hurts a little bit to breathe. It hurts a lot to breathe.
Yeah, and today isn't an exam day for you as well.
Yes. Over Russian serfs.
Why do I feel like Helios is the TA for this class or something?
Yeah, Helios is definitely that's definitely his field of interest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so go ahead and give me your stress roll.
I'm going to use one of the lowest rolling because I want things to be interesting.
You said this last time.
I did.
And it
I
was
felt
very
bad
interesting.
about
It was
but
quite
that-
interesting.
Oh yeah, baby, that's a 1. Look at my little guy doing it for me.
All right, you're gonna take 5 stress.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I
valid.
am.
As on top of you're looking at the questions and they're just like swirling there. You're trying your best to answer. You also get a text from Gutierrez San saying that he'd like you to come to his private studio space so that you can go over your belt exam as well.
I think Carrie full on passes out in the middle of the exam.
Okay.
Like they haven't gotten a lot of sleep recently. They are beat up to hell and back. They almost crashed into a building. They still got flung off of a horrible metal monster and then got back up and took more hits. There are so many broken ribs, so much internal damage. About halfway through the exam, they start to feel wrong and they look up, they try to find the teacher or somebody. They stand up and then just topple to the ground.
Yeah. Helios will come and try and rouse you and everything, and you're kind of in and out, and when you come to, like, it, like, you don't fully lose consciousness, but like everything's a little hazy, and you come to, and like a paramedic is getting you on a gurney, and she says, "Are you with me? What day is it?
I don't know human days.
Do you know who the president is?"
Some dumb old white fuck.
That's good enough for me. Have you been drinking?
No. I drink water. I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, I mean alcohol, hun.
Oh, no. I don't like alcohol. It smells funny.
All right. Well, we're gonna take you to the ER, get you checked out, make
I
sure you
don't have any health insurance.
the hospitals usually have like financial aid or something. That's not my department. I can take you to the hospital, or you can go without my care.
How much do you think it would cost?
I don't have a good answer for that, but if you don't have insurance, it's going to be a lot.
I'd rather just die, honestly.
Yeah, that's not what you should have told me. I'm going to take you to the hospital.
Is this paramedic within biting range?
100%, like, is like listening to your heart right now.
Carrie is going to try to bite at the arms of the paramedic.
Okay. Cool. Since you have level 1 and level 2 harm, you have -1 die and reduced effect. So
Yep.
please roll your
It
defy.
is incredibly pathetic. Okay. That is a 4.
A 4. So that would be a mixed success, but it is reduced effect. So that is a failure. You bite, and like, this paramedic just puts her hand on your head and says, "Did you try to bite me?
It's my stress response.
Don't do that again."
I will.
And like, she clicks on the radio. "We have a biter."
False, you have the biter.
And she'll get you into an ambulance, and you will go to an ER and be seen by a doctor.
Fantastic.
Helios will text you, Nif, and say, and since we determined he's the TA for this class and was giving the exam, he say, "Hey, Carrie just passed out in class."
Texting back. I think not even texting back. Helios will hear in his head because now he knows, right? Um, text me. Are they okay?
Yeah, they were in and out. Went to the hospital.
Oh, that's going to be an interesting thing. Thank you for letting me know. I love you.
Love you too. Let me know if you're gonna go visit. Let me know how it goes.
And I'll text. Absolutely, I'll let you know. To heart, 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 heart. And the other two, I have just forgotten everybody's names. Calliope. Oh my god.
Janice.
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 Thank you. I was remembering Kronos and I was like, no, it's not Kronos right now. Calliope and Kronos here in their head. Hey folks, we have a situation. Carrie is gone to the emergency room. Apparently they passed out in class. So I'm heading to the emergency room. Partly to try to prevent Carrie from being arrested for assault. Meet you guys there.
I'll respond with on my way.
Yeah, and Nif is going to be
Well, I'll
Um,
text on my way because
yeah. And then Nif will kind of start kind of we'll just say to Carrie, I don't want to do this too much. I don't want to get in your head too much. I know that it's an invasion, but we're on our way. I hope you are okay. Don't hurt anybody. We will be there immediately. We love you.
The second that they're like actually in the ambulance, Carrie just starts sobbing and shaking like a dog that is about to be put down.
Oh no, the crying has already started.
I, it, I'm strong. I'm strong. I promise I'm strong. I promise I'm strong. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Please, 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 please. Just, I won't tell anyone you let me go. I won't tell anyone. It's okay.
Hey, it's okay. Like, just calm down, breathe. In
Don't.
through your nose, in through your nose, out through your
I
mouth.
didn't used to have a nose.
Have you taken any drugs lately?
No, I don't like drugs. I like to be in control of myself, and they scare me.
Hey, you're not going to get in trouble with me if you did, okay?
I haven't. I don't think I
Okay. Just breathe through your nose, in through your nose, out through your mouth, okay?
have. All right. All right.
Look, we'll get to the hospital. It might be nothing. Like, once you're at the hospital, you can choose what you want to do there. But I have to take you there. Okay?
I can't. I'm not going to be able to afford it.
Look, just tell them your situation. They usually have a place to help. They usually have ways to help you, okay?
But I know about hospitals. They need a social security number or something, right?
Not
I don't.
always. We don't always get people who have IDs, who have
I I don't have an ID. I don't have a social security number.
that's okay. That's okay. All right. Look, I know this is scary, but I'll talk to someone there, see if they can help you, okay? And like she'll like hold your hand.
Carrie just holds her hand and keeps crying.
So I imagine y'all will be able to all get to the hospital. Let's check in on Janice. Janice, what were you doing when you got this call?
Yes. So before all that happens, I'm imagining that after movie night with Carrie, Janice went home to crash in her dorm room. I feel like everyone else has such like a rich and well-defined home life, and I don't think that Janice has one. I think she just has like a really bare utilitarian dorm room with like a mattress on the ground and like some projects, like some like electronics and stuff scattered around, like textbooks on the ground. But she wakes up and I think books it to class. Um, for her obligations. She has been kind of splitting her obligations between her new bridge club friends and her robotics club and tutoring sessions with Moonflower. And I think it's time to get back to her studies a little bit. So I think she books it to class.
Okay. Um you have class with you have your calculus class today with Dr. Tabitha Day, aka
Okay.
Moonflower. Um but she is in her full professional self in this classroom. Austere like jacket, not a scarf in sight.
Right.
Hair is tied back.
I greet her a little like knowingly formally. I'm like, good morning, Dr. Day.
Good morning. Please take your seat. We'll get started soon, okay?
Yeah, I take my seat and get out my homework that I've completed. Get it ready to turn in.
All right. I think just based on the timing of everything, that since y'all both are getting underway in classes, you get all this information in the middle of this class. So please give me your stress roll.
Yeah. I'll roll sun, which I have no dots in, so I'll roll 2 and take the lowest. Is that right?
Correct.
A 3.
3. Let me just double check as I knock everything over on my desk. A 3, I believe, is a failure. What? No, we're doing stress. Sorry.
Okay.
3 is so it's 6 minus what you roll, so you get 3 stress. So
Okay.
yeah,
Nice.
different rolls. Um, so go ahead.
I was going to say, but then the truly stressful part happens. Is the text thread, and And yeah, I don't know if we've gotten into class or not, or if like Dr. Day is in like the middle of like has just started lecturing or whatever.
Yeah,
But,
Dr. Day is in the middle of lecturing right now. Everyone's quietly taking notes.
okay. Janice like jumps up and like is in one of those little like desk, chair, table, like all in one things. So she stands up and like the desk like comes with her and then like falls off. Like her book hits the floor and scatters across. And Janice says, my friend needs me. And she starts to run out and then she turns around and she picks up her homework and puts it on Dr. Day's desk. She goes, I did all my homework. And then she like, my friend needs me. And she just bolts, she runs.
Okay. Yeah, there's just a quizzical look on Moonflower's face as this happens. But yeah, she doesn't really get the chance to like admonish you or anything as you bolt out the door.
Cool. And then yeah, I guess Janice is on foot. Is the hospital like off campus?
Yeah, the hospital is off campus. It is closer to the downtown part of Santa Marta. So you can easily get there. There's buses and trams that get there. So
She's on her way. And she'll
Nif is
text.
breaking traffic laws.
Good. Janice will text Carrie in case she is receiving text at the minute, and she just says, I'm coming. Don't be scared. You're going to a place where people are going to be like poking and prodding at you, but they're trying to help. Don't be scared. Sit tight. I'm on my way.
Carrie's freaking out pretty bad.
I believe we are now officially in downtime. So
Yeah, this is such a downtime activity happening right now.
hey, what a good opportunity to try and heal your friends. So you all come to the hospital. We'll say this is the Sacred Heart Hospital of Santa Marta. And why are you laughing?
It's because the closest hospital to us is.
Okay, there's a lot of Sacred Heart hospitals though, and honestly,
I know it's just funny.
it just reminds me of Scrubs too. Like,
Yeah.
Don't mind me. Listen, I have to laugh to offset all this sobbing.
So you all get there. You are directed to the room where Carrie is. It's more of just like a bed with curtain in a
I
larger
feel like
area.
Nif comes in like a force of nature, is just like, this is my person. I am here for them. You know, it's not like a Karen, but just like a,
Mhm.
this, you're going to do this for me because they are my person.
Oh my God. I thought you said not like a carrot.
Too many carrots today. Oh no. And once pointed towards Carrie's area, we'll just like go in there. And if Carrie is alone, we'll just try to like gather Carrie up in their arms to like cradle them.
Is Carrie alone? Is there like any doctor or nurse?
I would say as Nif comes in, a nurse is like checking your IV and everything. And like because they're just giving you some fluids and everything because you passed out. I mean, they got to make sure you're okay, got to make sure your electrolytes are good. So there's just a nurse there. Yeah, he's just doing an IV, checking everything as Nif comes in.
Nif is going to come in and mother you.
I think this is Carrie's not even giving Nif any flack, just immediately reaches for Nif and for Nif's hand.
Yeah, Nif is like coming up onto the bed, bringing Carrie into her lap, just like full on cradling, and just start singing a lullaby to Carrie, just like stroking their hair. Like, I wish I'd known it was this bad. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was this bad. I would have taken you to get help sooner. I'm so sorry.
I'm not supposed to be weak. I'm not supposed to let it get this bad. This isn't.
Strong
have to
people
be
get
stronger.
hurt too. You are the strongest person I know.
Really?
But yeah, but taking care of yourself is part of being strong, because if all you do is take hits and you never recover, then you're gonna just fucking die. And you know how heartbroken I would be if you died?
I don't want to die. I just, if I showed weakness back where I'm from, I would die.
So here's the thing. If we are going to be rivals, you told me when we were fighting that I needed to keep strong, right? That I couldn't let those thoughts get to me. If you're going to be a good enough rival for me, then you need to actually, take care of yourself. Make sure that if you're hurt, you heal. Make sure that if you're having bad thoughts, you talk to someone. Because if you're going to be a good enough rival for me, I'm expecting a great rival here. You can't do that if you're fucking passing out in class.
I
If your
guess I
bones are broken.
can't.
No, you can't.
I'm still upset about Corvus and about losing Corvus, and I don't like talking about it because it feels easier to pretend that she never had an impact on me, but she did and she does, and it hurts. And I hate that it hurts. I hate feeling this way. I
That's
hate
the
that
that's the shitty thing about love, is it fills you up, and then when anything gets fractured, your heart is bigger for it. You've let love in and your heart gets bigger for it. And then if something happens to that love, there's a bigger space that is broken.
I don't know what to do with myself now that I know that that we're on opposite sides. It was easier when she wasn't here and I could just pretend that if she saw me again she would be happy and she wouldn't hate what I'd become.
I don't think she hates what you've become. I
She
think
doesn't love it.
She's hurting too. You know, things split apart for both of you. And I'm still holding out hope that we can reach through to her. But I also, grieving takes time. Grieving takes time. You are grieving. And it's okay to grieve. But, remember that we are people who love you. And the most important thing for us is to be here for you, to be here for each other. We love you. And not just because you're a badass motherfucking wolf who fucking punches jet plane monsters, but because you are fierce and loyal and incredible, and, because you are in our hearts. We want to be here to be with you and to support you and to make sure you don't pass out in class.
I'm worried about that test. I think I'm going to fail it.
Well, I can talk to Helios if you'd like, and it really helps that you passed out in class, really demonstrably. I think they'll let you retake it.
I hope so. I didn't get a lot
If
of sleep
Helios
last
doesn't,
night.
if Helios doesn't let you retake it, there will be words said. There will be words.
I would
So
be
many
very
words.
scared if I was Helios.
Oh, also, did you know that the botany building is really busy first thing in the morning?
Oh,
I
yes,
did not
everyone
know
goes
that.
there to hook up.
12 hours ago, it would have been great for me to have that information.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not your fault. I scheduled all my classes so I don't have to wake up that early. Yeah, so anyhow, I'm going to hold you for a little while and I'm going to sing to you until our friends get here, okay?
All right.
I think that's about when your friends get here.
Yeah.
Right on. That's where everyone goes to hook up. Oh, the bio building?
Nif is just gonna stroke Carrie's hair and sing lullabies and blush. Just just a little.
Calliope will come over and give Carrie a very gentle hug.
I think that I have some broken bones inside of me.
Yeah, that's a human thing.
Disgusting.
But yeah, our bodies are not great. But they'll take x-rays and stuff and we'll figure out what's going on.
Calliope,
I feel like I feel like Nif and Callie came in so like calmly and like nurturing. Janice does not. She comes in like a whirlwind. And she feels like things are out of her control, and that makes her mad. And so she like bursts in and she's looking for something that she like that looks familiar that she can futz around with. Like she wants to like where's the chart? She's like looking at all the medical equipment and stuff, and she needs something to kind of like poke around with and to look at. And she's worked up, and she's like, you can try to take care of your friends and keep them from getting hurt, but ultimately you can't change what's going to happen, I guess. And so like your friends are just going to get hurt, so I guess you just got to embrace it. And like she's like kind of like bustling and just like fussing around with Carrie, like putting a pillow under her knees and then taking it out and putting it behind her head and like, smoothing the sheets and then like fluffing her pillow.
Jen, are you okay? I know that's a silly question for me to be asking.
No, you're the one in bed, all cut up, Carrie. Don't you worry about me. I'm great. We're gonna focus. We're gonna take care of you. Okay.
I always worry about you.
Well, that's sweet. You know that I always worry about you too. Because you punch things too hard, and look at you. Look where it gets you. I need you to take care of yourself.
I will do a better job.
I need you.
Oh, I need to call Reese to get him to sorry, is Reese.
Oh, Reese uses any pronouns. It's okay.
Okay. I need to call Reese to get them to bring down your student insurance card.
I have insurance?
I mean, we may have had to fill it out for you, but I mean, I hope you.
Reese did mention something about that form.
Yeah, and he's been keeping the card because we knew you wouldn't.
No, I would have lost it so
I guess
quickly.
happy birthday, you have insurance.
Wow, I hope you don't mind too. This is exciting.
Oh, I don't actually know when your birthday is. That was just kind of a joke.
I don't have a birthday.
Well, then today is your birthday. Happy birthday. I signed you up for insurance when we first started doing all this stuff, and I saw you were punching a lot and biting and likely to get hurt. I thought Reese would have told you.
She probably mentioned it at some point, but financial insurance things kind of woof over my head. I don't like thinking about that time, so I don't.
Well, did you already contact Reese, or are you saying you have to contact Reese now? So I know the timing.
I think I would have said, oh, I should contact Reese. I would have sent a text message, I think, to Reese just to like, hey, we'll need Carrie's insurance card here.
You get a message already on my way. Like,
brilliant.
I love how the whole like extended family just like flocks to Carrie.
Yeah. Helios was really scared for you. Oh, and Nif will then text Helios back as well and say they are real beat up. They're feeling not so great, but we're taking care of them.
Have you even gotten x-rays yet?
I don't think. Is that the one where they do the little machine and they make you wear the very unfashionable outfit?
It's one of them, yes.
Carrie, is your anatomy human?
I think so. Now, anyways. Most of the time.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess let's just be on our toes.
I don't have a social security number, which is going to be problematic, or a birth certificate, or citizenship.
Well, I
Um,
mean,
about this time, the doctor comes in, looking at a tablet and says, "Carrie,
Yes, hello.
This is
hi,
Carrie.
I'm Dr. Whitaker. Um, you,
Whitaker, that's a good name.
thank you. Um, okay, so like you know, I don't think we need to do X-rays. Looking at it and like from the exams you got earlier, it looks like you're just bruised up. You probably bruised the entire. What did you do? Were you doing like BMX or something?
I fell 10 stories.
College kids. Okay. Um, okay, well, you're in remarkably good condition for falling 10 stories, I will say. Just some
Yes, I
bruised
know.
ribs. Um, I don't think that there's like any major internal damage right now, but I'm gonna prescribe you some painkillers and send you home, and you need to drink plenty of water, okay?
I like water. It's good.
All right. Just need to someone will come around and ask you for insurance and stuff, and then I think we're good to discharge you.
All right, fantastic. I have things to do. So, hopefully
And
one of
but,
those
like, I
things
need
is
to
not passing
rest.
out.
I think you might have to get some rest.
Yes, that's something I can do. I do have to go take my belt exam though, so I can rest after that.
I think that that's not going to happen today.
How else will I teach the children how to properly defend themselves?
You can still do it, just not today. Let's just put it off for a
Yeah,
couple
we're going to
days.
have to let the sensei know that
We do? I mean,
yeah.
I don't think that that's necessarily needed. You know,
Well, you don't have to give him like the details. Just say something like you. Hmm. You can say you're just not feeling well.
that runs into the same problem. I don't want to admit weakness to the sensei.
Well, but like it's pretty normal for humans to get various types of weird illnesses that just kind of knock us out for a couple days.
I have the bird flu.
That would be incredibly, I think you had an accident and you had to go to the emergency room. You will be fine, but just need some rest.
At this point, Reese will show up with your insurance card in hand, brandishing it, and says, "Did you forget to eat again?"
No, probably, but that's not the cause, I don't think.
Oh, oh, what? I mean, I noticed you looked like bruised up, but I know that sometimes you get into like the LARPing with the swords.
Yes, that was LARPing with the swords, and then I fell very far, and I got very bruised. It was honestly impressive.
They fell off the path in the forest.
Okay.
And
Well,
then I rolled.
are you
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Are you okay? Are you what did the doctor say?
I have a lot of bruising and something going on with my ribs, but x-rays are not necessary and they can discharge me. I have painkillers and I have to drink a lot of water, I think.
Get plenty
And
of
rest. Rest is
Oh,
important.
yes, rest. Yes, of course. We all remember to rest.
Yeah. Well, um, and Reese is gonna hand the card to Nif. I have to get back to class. I'm
Thank you so
sorry.
much for bringing this.
Hey, and he will turn to you, Carrie. He's like, "I'll see you at home, okay? Like,
All right.
take it easy. Like, I know you're not gonna like just stop everything you're doing, but
No,
please try to do it slower."
I can probably do it slower, yes.
Okay, that's all I ask. It looks like you're in good hands. So,
Nif would give Reese a hug and just thank you so much.
yeah, of course. Yeah, like text me if you need anything, okay?
Thank you.
All right, love you. Bye. And he'll like jet off.
He turns into a jet.
Reese,
Yeah.
Vroom.
Oh no, not another one.
Yeah, so I would ask if someone wants to do a roll to try and heal Carrie, but I want to remind you that you have a space y'all built a healing space at your
yeah.
hideout.
Oh, we did do that. That's important.
Yeah, let's get him out of here.
Yeah, maybe we can get Carrie discharged and
Yeah.
take them there.
Yeah, it takes a while, I don't know what it is with hospitals, but they say that, oh, we can get you away, and then it's 45 minutes, but that's the way it
Yeah.
is. Like,
It's a Midwest goodbye.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like eventually Carrie is discharged. I imagine at least like Callie, you have a car, so
Yep. Yeah, I'll drive us.
are y'all going to head back to the why did my camera get so close? Are you going to take Carrie to the
The hideout.
hideout?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Take him to
Um
the healing spot. See if
Yeah.
our robot sensei has any words of wisdom or words of admonishment.
yeah, so you come in and Kai says, I heard in the group chat that Carrie, you suffered some sort of injury.
I didn't realize Kai was in the
I-
group chat.
I mean, I suffered an injury a while ago, and then it caught up with me. But I'm mostly fine. It's just some bruising and some rib issues. It's fine.
Well,
No, it's not fine. I am in pain, and I need to be helped. And you are my friends, and you will help me.
There you go.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
Good job. Proud of you. I'm proud of you, Carrie.
Thank you.
so
So
who would
Carrie
like
fell
to
like it was like a big fall. And now
mean-
they are very, very bruised up. So we brought them here to heal and rest.
Was that like a landmark moment just now? Was that the first time that Carrie has like asked for help?
I think so.
I mean, Carrie demanded help more than they asked for it,
You will
really.
help me, but still, I'll take it.
Absolutely. It was a very
It's-
Carrie way to ask for help.
It was indeed.
Kai will say, Carrie, you must remember that while you are Lycos and you are more impervious to damage than most humans, you are still human and can break like humans can.
Believe me, I am well aware.
I have put several pillows into the plant room. It is a relaxing space. I have read that it can reduce human stress
Ooh, that's nice.
being around foliage.
Well,
That's
I do
true. I
like
saw that on
foliage.
I saw it on Grey's Anatomy.
Well, but also I think we
Oh,
want
that's
to
the
make
show
sure
with
that
all of the doctors who are all hooking up. We watched
Yes.
it together.
hooking up
very-
and dying.
The very sexy
Yes.
doctors. Yes.
That's my favorite.
Lots of medicine and carrots.
Sometimes the hospital explodes.
Sometimes.
Only once a season.
I
It's
share a name
amazing how
with one of the
quickly they
characters.
rebuild.
It really is.
Speaking of things exploding, Calliope, sorry I didn't text back earlier. I was finding things out about the botany building in the morning. Um you texted about the art shop being damaged and closing.
Yeah, it seems like everything in that entire building is closing. Like the building is
Shit.
it's bad. They can't well, I know specifically with the art shop, they really struggled already to open up the shop this year. And so to have this happen, they're struggling extra, so they just can't do it. And I imagine that's the case for a lot of the folks there.
Miss Cameron, okay?
They're okay, but they don't really totally know what they're gonna do from here.
How big is the building? Like, is it just the store? Like, is it just the art store, or is there like are there other shops in the building?
Yeah, there are other shops on that first level. A lot of them have suffered damage. It's hard to say if they'll stay open. You don't really have a connection to those places, but it seems like the building is being sold. So who knows what'll be done with the building after that.
Oh, also, like, there's a lot of things going on, but Cameron asked me to coffee, and we should talk about that later because I don't know
Like
what that
coffee is like a
means.
friend or like more
I
the
don't know.
Oh, do you have their number? Perhaps you could clarify.
Yeah, I do have their number, but that feels like an awkward. I don't. Awkward.
One of us could ask you. Do you want me to find? I'll find out.
I feel
You
like that
know,
would be more
I-
awkward.
I
Well,
feel like
I'm
I
I would like to
incredibly
use my-
subtle.
I would like to use my investigation roll to find out whether the coffee is platonic or not.
as the one who is all about relationships here. I'm gonna say that I think it would be better if we left this to Cameron and Calliope to see how they feel when they go for coffee and, let them move forward with their feelings.
So do you know where you're going to coffee? Because that could inform the feelings. If you're going to like a generic place, then I feel like it's less special.
We haven't solidified plans yet. They said they'd
Try to
text me
find a-
sometime about it, so I
Find
will.
like a
Yeah,
nice little indie cafe if you can.
yeah. Like, I don't
maybe
want to hit the
something with
Starbucks.
live music. No, Starbucks is I mean, for a lot of reasons.
Okay, but anyway, sorry. Back to what we were doing. I just had to throw that out there because holy cow. Oh, also my
Yeah.
mom eats meat now, red meat and spinach. Get this, she's anemic.
I don't know what that
so
word means, but it sure is big.
so her doctor has told her to incorporate more leafy greens and red meat. So there's now meat in the house, but no salt because cholesterol or something. Sodium. I don't know. It's always
Okay.
something with her. But it
We
was
need to-
was very funny.
We need to put together a compound for all of us so we can get you out of that
Truly.
house. Because there's not really enough room in me and Helios's place for more people.
Yeah,
But-
that's fair. Oh yeah, Cameron might. Cameron doesn't know if they're going to be able to afford to stay here without that job. So it's a whole mess.
Niff will immediately text Poppy and be like, hey, Mama, do you have a spare room for a friend of a friend? They're really cool.
You text Poppy?
Poppy. Yeah.
Okay. A text message is going to take Poppy much longer to get to.
Well, yes,
And-
I assume.
Yeah.
But I'm putting it out there into the world.
Yes, 100%.
Does Cameron like plants?
As far as I know, I mean, we haven't talked a lot about plants.
What have
But-
you talked about? What are their interests?
Well, we have a lot of similar artsy interests. So like they're really into photography as well. And so they like when I need, really specific items, they're able to help me out with that. I don't know what's gonna happen with the shop closing. I'm gonna have to find like a new place to get supplies.
Why can't
could-
the shop not close?
They
They
can't.
could do a fundraiser, a donation.
Yeah, I don't know all of the details. I don't know if like the building has been sold or
I mean, if there's a for sale sign at the building, then it's not currently sold, which means they can
True.
have a fundraiser to expand their operations. I've seen it in many movies.
It's true, but remember, things in movies don't always go that way in real life.
Oh, Mark is incredibly realistic.
I was
Um,
trying to imagine if there
That
was
was a
some
deep
way
cut.
that the school art department maybe could rent the space and then use what's left of Pixel and the Paladin Pixel.
well, but remembering that if there was structural damage done to the building,
Yeah.
I mean, it's entirely possible that, it's being sold because they don't have the money to fix it.
Do you think it's being sold to the Storm people, the stupid corporate white people?
Oh shit, I didn't even think about that.
I mean, they're rich, they can afford it.
Did I
Maybe it
notice
makes-
any like sale signs or sold signs or anything?
I mean, it's only been a day, so using sales signs is incredibly quick. But you know, thinking about it, like maybe this building hasn't been in the best management for a while, so this has
Hmm.
cemented that they now have to sell it. But you did not see any sold signs or any
Okay.
signs of anything else.
Just want to make sure.
It'd be an interesting strategy to use like kaiju to drive down property prices and then swoop in and buy them up.
Exactly. If if
Brilliant.
you break something and then you're able to buy it for cheaper, that's better for your long-term business decisions. And you get to have yourself a little test run of a kaiju that you could potentially be using as some sort of weapon to sell to the military.
But what does that have to do with like the dreaming and
Well, the dreaming is all about chaos, and trying to gain control is certainly chaotic, and using these methods is certainly chaotic. I mean, cutthroat, everyone for themselves, and no community, no order, no understanding between people, and pushing people down to get what you want whenever you want it is certainly part of the dreaming.
I'm having a hard time connecting property values in the downtown core to
It's less
To-
about the property values and more about the fact that they're fucking over their fellow humans to get the property values low.
It's about destabilization and chaos.
Exactly, exactly. I'm going to go sit with some pillows for a little while.
Good job,
Good idea.
Carrie.
Thank you.
Does someone want to help Carrie try and heal up? Because that's how
Yes.
recovery works here. Your friends have to help you. So
Absolutely.
so I think Nif
What
is
do you got
going
to do to do that?
Nif is going to sing to inspire her ally.
Yay.
Nif is going to take, because we have a healing space,
Mhm.
Yep.
which is +1 die to recovery rolls during
Mhm.
downtime. And Nif is singing to inspire her allies, so that's also a +1 dice. So that is how Nif is going to come through and just, you know, in the healing space, sit with Carrie and just, you know, the way they were in the hospital, just quiet space, mothering this, you know, heartbroken child of Nif's
Mhm.
heart. You know,
Yeah.
you are all in Nif's heart as, you know, part of their harmony.
Aw.
So yeah, I would say this is either express or empathize. Whichever feels best for you, and you get 2 bonus die because of the room and your ability.
I'm gonna go with Express. Because
Oh,
that's the one.
It'll be
Oh!
Nif rolling it.
If it's
Yeah.
Nif rolling, then yeah. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I would like to use empathize because I also have 2
Yeah.
dots in empathize, which would give me, I think, 4 dice.
Yes,
With
it
the
All
2
of the
would.
bonus
dice.
dice.
Mhm.
Yes. So the one with the cats and the really shiny one, and the other one with the cats and the labradorite. Please make one of them. Ooh, I have 2 6s.
That is a
Hey.
critical success. So you fill 5 segments of Carrie, you fill 5 segments of the healing thing. I don't
Yay.
does that fill it?
It's because I think it's 4. It's the 4 thing around in the recovery thing.
Okay. So basically your level 1 is cleared. Your level 2
Yay.
becomes a level 1. I will
Yay.
say bruised. Um
I
And
can't
we each
spell.
get 1 link with each other.
yes, you do.
Yay.
And you have an extra 1 segment on the clock to heal your bruised.
Delightful.
Critical success. Yes.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
And as you help, you gently sing to Carrie as Carrie just like chills in this room with foliage. We're gonna go ahead and take a break.
All right.
So we're gonna take a 10 to 15 minute break. We will be back soon. See you soon.
Go
Woo!
coconuts.
Go coconuts!
Go coconuts.
Welcome back, coconuts. I hope you had a good break. So let's see what our heroes are up to. We are in the downtime phase. Nif helped Carrie heal some of their wounds, so y'all are welcome to do whatever you want to do. There are many mysteries that abound. To cover things, just let me let you know this. Your investigation track is 4 dots out of 6 on tier 1.
So how many I'm trying to formulate the question. Who spent actions on that last thing? Did both of us spend one of our downtime
Nope.
actions?
It
think
was
that was
just
just me.
Nif. Yeah, just Nif who
Just
spent
Nif.
an action.
Okay.
Mhm.
Carrie is definitely going to start like investigating further into Storm Industries and into their connection with the dreaming and with the creatures of the dreaming, trying to find any correlation between the two.
Okay. Go ahead and give me. It sounds like you're going to investigate. So
I
go ahead
am.
and give me your fortune roll.
Fortune roll D6.
That's just 1d6. Yep.
1d6. I'm using one of the good ones. Come on, good one. Look, be a lady tonight. 5? But it's less effect because of bruised, so
Right. Okay. So let me see. Downtime. I had it open. Here we go. 5 would normally be 3 segments, but you get 2 segments.
okay.
I think that's actually only on actions. I'm not sure about that though. But we'll
I mean,
see.
I'm good
Yeah.
for it being only on actions.
Yeah.
That sounds great to me.
I think we're gonna go with our first instinct here. So you get 2 points on the track, which fills tier 1.
Okay.
So, and you get to ask some questions. Think with 1 to 3. So get to gather investigation, gather information. Here we go. You get 1 question from your gather information questions.
What's really going on here?
Okay. What's really going on here is that I believe your suspicions are confirmed that this whole jet and the captain and everything, that whole monster situation was clearly a diversion. Mostly because you didn't see anyone else there. And then with the police showing up because of a break-in at Silva Hall, the old physics building. More than likely, Corvus and her cohort broke into the building looking for something.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you. Lycos will relay that information to the rest of the group so that we're all working with the same amount of knowledge. All right. Unfortunately, like most times, I am correct that it was a diversion. Corvus and her associates broke into the building. They were looking for something. I don't know what it is, but I imagine it's going to be very bad for us.
Yeah, I think we need to check out the building.
We absolutely need to check out the building, but I think we should do a little bit of reconnaissance beforehand.
For sure.
Yes. So y'all have the tier 1 track full. The tier 2, so seek answers is a tier 2 mission. So just to let y'all know if y'all want to use your downtime to try and get that investigation track a little higher.
Let's seek answers. Woo!
I mean, that's what Nif would be doing with her other downtime activity is trying to do some investigation into, I think, trying to find more information on like the link between Storm Industries, Albert Storm, the physics department, trying to find more information on that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, as you sit at you have your laptop researching. Give me a fortune roll. So
A
that's
fortune roll?
yeah, that's just a D6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the book says that usually this is a fortune roll unless it's a volatile situation in which it might be an action roll. So
4.
4. Okay. That will give you, I'm going between pages in the book. So 4 will give you 3 segments. So you're halfway through tier 2 investigation, and it will gather information. You get 1 question and 1 follow-up.
Okay. How are Storm Industries and the old physics department connected?
Okay. So you begin looking into, you already know that Albert Storm is an alumnus of UC Santa Marta. Or as it was called when he went there, Santa Marta A&T. No, that's not it. Texas A&M. I was thinking Texas A&M, and this got weirded out. But Santa Marta A&M. It changed when it became part of a larger system. But so you're looking through, old yearbooks and things like that, old like archives of the student newspaper, and you come across one with Albert Storm, a mention of Albert Storm, and it was during like a homecoming week or something, some sort of parade, and you see that there's this float of a like cartoonish like bomb with the like Virgin Mary painted on the side. And there are 3 people prominently displayed in this from the year 1976. And it is, I'll remember the name in one moment because I just put my notes away.
I couldn't remember Janice's name earlier, so
Yeah. There's a lot of NPCs. So we have the names there are Tabitha Day, Albert Storm, and you see there's 3 people in here, and you see their faces in front of this float. You see a young Albert Storm, a young Tabitha Day, and then a woman who looks remarkably like the image that Kai has on her monitor. And the name on that is Agatha Vogel.
How do you spell Vogel?
Vogel.
E-L. Fantastic. Thank you.
Immediately Nif is calling everybody over and just being like, see any familiar faces there?
That's Moonflower.
This is Albert Storm, the guy in charge of Storm Industries. This is a Virgin Mary on a bomb. And
I don't remember faces.
Kai, could you come here for a sec?
Kai will come in and says, yes, how can I help you, Nif?
Can you just smile for a second? I just want to show Carrie something.
The image like kind of crackles a bit, but ultimately smiles.
Do you see any resemblance?
Oh, interesting. Were you a person too once?
I have not been a person.
So why do you have the same face as a person?
This visage was modeled after the conduit.
What the fuck does that mean?
Have you not seen the innards of the conduit?
Have you not seen the innards of the conduit? No.
There is a effigy, a statue, something to that effect, holding open the door between the dreaming and the dreamers. It opened shortly before your campaign started off.
Hi, is the conduit a person?
The conduit is, as far as I'm aware, not a person. It is the doorway, but it is mysterious, to say the least.
Was the conduit a person?
I do not know the answer to that.
If it's a
Seems
sculpture,
like you
it
don't
could
know
have
the
been
answer to a lot of things.
modeled off a person.
Could be.
Does
I'm
the
not aware
name-
of its origins.
Does the name Agatha Vogel mean anything to you, Kai?
Negative.
Are you secretly evil? You have to tell us if you're secretly evil.
I don't believe that is a rule, but I assure you I am not. Well, I have learned about moral relativism recently, so I do not know how to answer this question properly. But as far as I'm aware, I do not intend to harm you or deceive you.
Like me specifically or collective you?
Collectively, I consider
Good,
you
good.
friends.
That's nice.
This third person is Moonflower. This is my mentor.
Is she secretly evil? I mean, we
I
know
don't-
that the
well-
Storm Man is definitely evil. Look at him.
And yeah, you're looking at this picture, and Albert Storm is on the left of the picture, and Moonflower and Agatha are like arm in arm, like kind of holding each other in front of this. They seem excited about whatever float they have.
I'm
Bong
gonna
float.
talk about this in the after show, but there's something specifically that is driving me crazy because I have the knowledge, but Carrie would not have the knowledge, and it is driving me bonkers.
Nif, you have a follow-up question.
I have a follow, and the follow-up question doesn't have to be from my list, right?
Correct. It's more free form, and you get to ask it kind of above the table.
Okay. Who's Agatha Vogel?
Agatha Vogel, you look into this more. Agatha Vogel was a not only an alumna of UC Santa Marta, but eventually a professor of physics, specifically specializing in particle physics. But there was some sort of accident or injury in the mid 90s, and she basically retired from teaching. There's not really information more than that.
Oh my god,
So-
she's the Flash.
Not dead, though.
As far as you know, she's not dead.
Again, I would share all this information and just be like, this is a lot of new information.
Yeah.
Shit, y'all.
So, Nif, that is your 2 downtime activities.
Okay.
Harry has 1. The
Wow.
rest of you have, well,
Yeah.
Calliope, you have 3. So,
Yeah. Let's go ahead and use one of mine to try and help Carrie heal further. Thinking
thank you.
probably empathize, and I will bring them some, like, an ice cold water refill and some snacks and some things to just kind of keep them entertained and able to be in one place for a little bit.
So, your mother is eating meat now?
Red meat specifically. So we are having steaks later But
Oh, delightful.
without salt.
Oh,
bec-
disgusting.
Yeah, it's fine. That's easy enough for me to handle myself, but it's
know what?
just
I
kind
have
of funny.
I have some chili that I've been saving for a special occasion, and some garlic. I could try to smuggle it into you.
Oh yes, garlic.
I've been storing it in case of vampires. I've been watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and
Ah,
it's making me a
that's
little paranoid.
as far as I know, we don't have vampires, but you never know.
I
I
mean,
didn't
as
think we
far
had-
as you knew, for many years, you did not have alien god people either.
Precisely.
But look,
It's true. So,
I think our next adventure could be about vampires. I feel it.
that would be interesting for sure.
Do you think any of them will be sexy?
Probably. I feel like it's like a prerequisite.
Oh, yes. I mean, I've been doing research into this. The vampire is a metaphor for sexual assault and sexual depravity. So, they kind of have to be sexy in some way.
Hmm.
I'm thinking about
Fascinating.
writing a thesis about it.
Well, if you do, I would be happy to read it. That sounds quite
You-
fascinating.
Vampirism in the Russian serfs.
I mean, there's a lot of overlap between the Russian monarchy and vampirism as a concept, especially in Dracula.
Oh, fascinating.
You could really draw a parallel between the townspeople in Bram Stoker's Dracula with the Russian serfs who served, because both of them are they're not very privileged, and they're trying to warn others against going down the same path that they did. And Carrie just starts info dumping. I can actually talk about this if we want to,
That's
but I
so
don't
great.
think I want to hear a 20-minute rant about what Russian serfs have in common with Bram Stoker's Dracula.
You'll have to like give us snippets every episode.
Just fill it all.
It's going to be the
But-
running theme. There's just
Yeah.
Russian serfs, just the whole
Fun
game.
facts.
So do I roll for this? Empathize.
Yeah, roll
situation.
empathize. Yep.
So I have
Um,
1 dot. So what do I
And
do?
if you went to the healing room,
Yes.
Yeah, we can be in the healing room.
We're in
We
the
can
healing.
hang out.
I assume that's where we just like set up there. Like
yeah.
we have created a pillow nest and yeah.
Yep. So you get a bonus die. So you roll 2.
Correct. That is a 6 and a 1.
So a 6, that's a success.
Awesome.
Let me, I should probably pull up my book while y'all are rolling, but I never do. Downtime. So on a 6, that's 4 segments. So Carrie, you're healed up.
Yay! Carrie's magically no longer bruised or heartbroken. They talked about their feelings once, and it made them better.
Fantastic. And I don't need to mark anything, right?
No, you don't need to mark anything.
Awesome.
I think we get a link, don't we?
That's only on a critical.
Yeah, that was because I got lots of 6s.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I'll say that like Calliope, you unknowingly, like your Calliope wouldn't know this, but you as a player, I want you to know this, that you tap into a little magic when you brought things to Carrie, and it helped more than it probably should have.
Do I like recognize that?
I mean, I think it would be pretty obvious to see Carrie's not bruised anymore. Bruises are there.
Fair.
They're physical.
Cool.
Yeah, you would probably notice that for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else y'all want to do?
I mean, obviously we want to continue the investigation.
Yep.
I've got an action. Janice has 2. Calliope has 2.
I'd like to start by making a link with Calliope because Janice wants to kind of like workshop some Cameron situation a little bit. And I think she'll start by asking Calliope, like, hey, is there a like a student art supply shop on campus? Can we try to get Cameron a job there?
I mean, we can definitely check or at least let them know that, that's an option.
Yeah. Okay.
Good idea. Thanks.
Yeah. I'll keep thinking about it. I think we should just keep an eye out for opportunities for them.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I will text Cameron in that moment as well with like a, hey, have you considered?
Calliope, ask them if they want to talk about it over coffee.
Well, apparently we're gonna go to coffee at
Oh,
some
yeah.
point.
I remember that.
Yeah,
You know what? Don't say that because you don't want to like imply that the coffee date is about like I don't know. It's not a business. I mean, what do you
Yeah.
think? Like, do you want
I
it to
have
be like what do you
no
want out
idea.
of this coffee date?
I would like it to be a more than friends coffee date, but that
Yeah.
also terrifies me to my very core. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Do you want me to come with you and like not be there? I'll just like hide in the background and you can just know that I'm there.
I think if I like, maybe we need like a text signal.
Yeah.
Like if something, if I need to get out for some reason, I don't imagine that's gonna happen. Like Cameron's pretty cool and we get along pretty well.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be awkward.
Right. Okay. I'll come and I'll hide behind a plant. And if it gets awkward, you can just kind of like scratch your nose and then I'll call you on your phone. Then you can, and then that'll be your out.
Fantastic.
Okay. Cool.
Perfect.
This is fun. it's gonna be like a nice like more than friends coffee date and like sneaky like espionage outing for me. Like this is great all around. I love it.
It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
Multitasking.
If it's just back, like shaking her head, just like
Janice gets a text from
relationships,
Carrie.
people.
It says, "I'll go with you. We can supervise together." And then a little gif of Elmo on fire going, "Ha ha ha ha."
Yeah, is there an action you want to roll? Janice.
Can I roll I guess analyze for trying to pick apart that opportunity?
Yep, I like it. You're
Okay.
you're very analytical about things in your
Yeah.
approach.
It's just one die. Oh, a 6.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So Calliope, you gain some. On 6, you get 4 segments with Janice.
Nice.
And then I'd like to spend my second downtime activity helping research and investigate.
Okay.
I feel like obviously I'm going to investigate. I'm going to seek out Moonflower and try to figure out her connection to the whole thing.
Okay.
Is that too big for like a single downtime activity?
No, that's absolutely fine.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead and we'll get your fortune roll to begin with, so I know how to kind of play this out.
Okay. I'm sorry, will you tell me about fortune rolls again?
It is just 1d6 and we just see how it works out.
Okay. I'll roll this one again since it gave me a 6 earlier. A 2.
A 2. Okay, so you gain 2 segments on the investigation track.
Okay.
All right, so you go to find Moonflower, and it's probably by this time it's her office hours.
Okay.
So you knock on the door and she's just there like grading way too many papers, like adjusting her glasses.
Yeah.
And she says, Janice, is everything okay?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Thank you. My friend who got in an accident and got taken to the emergency room. And yeah, it was just really scary there for a minute, but they're fine. Luckily. So it was could have been a lot worse.
Okay.
Sorry I had to run out of the class in such a rush.
That's okay. I'm sorry. I had to mark you absent because it's more than half the class. It's a whole thing. Sorry.
I understand. And Janice and Moonflower are pretty close. I feel like Janice is just going to like, while they're talking, just kind of like slide over and sit at the other side of the desk and like grab a copy of the answer key and grab some of the papers and help her start grading while they're talking.
Yeah. She lights some incense to cleanse the room.
Nice. And I think that I would have brought like a photocopy or a printout of the photo. And Janice is like a little nervous because she's scared to like find out something about her friend and mentor that she looks up to that might like tarnish the image, I guess, the pedestal upon which she has Moonflower, this brilliant scientific mind and like occultist.
Right.
But she will kind of like delay a little bit, kind of like him and haw, and then finally just be like Moonflower, and she's gonna set the printout on the table and like slide it across to her.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you to ask one of your gather information rolls, and we'll kind of tie it into this. One of your gather information questions from your sheet.
Okay. I like this one because this ties into like the time travel kind of bit of it. The question is, what's different about X this time? And Janice is going to phrase it as like, she's going to like tell Moonflower a little bit of the backstory. She's like, the Mary of the Atomic Heart. What is it? I'm sorry, what is it called?
Our Lady
Our
of the
Lady
Atom.
of the Atom.
Our Lady, yeah. So she's gonna like tell about. She's like the point out the picture on the side of the float, the bomb. She'll tell her like the Lady of the Atom. She's like, this is happening again, and you're involved in this. What's different this time?
Oh, she says, "Oh, it has been a long time since I've seen that picture." Um, she'll pull it close, and we used to like Agatha and I, Professor Vogel. Well, that's before your time. Sorry, hon. Um, we used to work on projects together all the time. Um, those were good days. We Well, so you're saying that there's something different? There's something, I mean, after the accident, like she just couldn't teach anymore. Um, I don't want to I don't want to go too deep into her personal life. That's so um some of the research I gave you, some of the um parapsychology stuff was things that we calculated together, some theoretical particle stuff. It's about dreams and things. If it wasn't for the accident, she'd still be here lecturing today. I guarantee it.
I want to ask if the lady, our Lady of the Atom, if that like symbology or that name means anything to her, if that was something that she or Storm or Vogel was involved in back in the day.
Yeah, it was our little rebellious thing. The school was getting government contracts to do nuclear stuff. We of course like had to be little contrarians, and maybe in some ways I still am. But um, she says, yeah, it was. We wanted to combine this like love of progress with like the adoration of religious figures, and at the expense of other people, even kind of bringing this together and kind of being upfront. You know, Albert was Albert was on board, and then people change, times change.
I don't know if, oh, do I need to roll?
No, you don't have to
Okay.
roll for anything. She
Okay.
says, was why were you looking this up?
We've started to see um these symbols around campus again. I'm pointing to the Our Lady of the Atom, and like I tell her, I'm like the old physics building um had this symbol on it, and I think it's connected to some other things that have been happening around campus and around town. Do you think Vogel or Storm could be behind this? We trying to like
Oh,
get the band back together?
not Agatha. Um, and I don't think Albert would either. I mean, he's off wearing business suits and talking to senators and shaking hands with presidents and stuff.
Okay. Um, are you still sorry? Like meta level. Did we learn that like Agatha is still around? I'm a little fuzzy on like what the role of between her and the conduit, like what the connection is.
Still haven't figured out a connection there.
Okay.
Agatha Vogel is still alive as far as you know.
Okay. Maybe maybe I'll ask Moonflowers, like, are you still in touch with Agatha? Do you still talk?
Yeah,
Can
we
you,
we still talk. Um, she starts to seem a little uncomfortable about this, and says, I'm sorry, this is getting a little inappropriate for like your student. I don't quite understand what your interest is in this. Um, I mean, if you're wanting to revive Our Lady of the Atom, it was one of the best things that we did when we were in school, and we could always use a little bit more rebellion.
what exactly was the role of Our Lady of the Atom? Was it like a protest against like the government's interference and against like the nuclear project?
Yeah, it was 100% protest. Just
Okay.
um yeah, just kind of combining that idea that our newfound love of science was the same as like a religious adoration, and it in and of itself was self-destructive and doomsday clock into the world type stuff.
And that we shouldn't just blindly follow progress without questioning it. Yeah, I get it. Okay. I feel like Moonflower, like your and our relationship, I feel like goes beyond that of teacher and student. And like, while I don't want to ask you to do anything that you're uncomfortable with, I want to respect your boundaries and I want to respect where you're at. It would really, I think, help me kind of get to the bottom of things if you maybe were able to tell me how to get in touch with Agatha. That way you wouldn't be giving up, you wouldn't be telling her secrets or anything like that. I could go and kind of get the information directly from her. Like that way you wouldn't be betraying anything, right?
I'm sorry to say, Janice, that's just not possible. I like I said, I don't know what answers you're looking for, but she has no way to give those to you.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's okay. You can tell that Moonflower's just avoiding that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Okay. Well, I respect her too much to push on that too hard, so I'm gonna let her have it, and I'll hang out and like help her grade papers for a little bit, and then I'll go back to the crew and kind of recount our conversation and let them know, what I learned about the role and the origin of Our Lady of the Atom. That Agatha's out there, but Moonflower's not going to give her up for some reason. That she doesn't think Albert Storm is involved, but I'm not convinced.
I mean, we already know he's involved.
Yeah,
we have that
right.
information directly that Albert Storm and Storm Industries are working with the military, and basically sending people over a place that turns them into, creatures from the dreaming.
Yeah.
I don't like any of this. I don't like any of this. And I am very sorry that your personal life is getting dragged into it, Janice.
You know what? I don't mind. I don't have much of a personal life. So I am, I guess, just happy to engage with it when and where I can. It does complicate things. I feel like that's one of the first times that I've felt that Moonflower was withholding from me. We have had a really open relationship. It just got really impersonal, I feel like, is what really bothers me. Like she like played the student teacher card, and like our relationship is much more than that. That felt weird.
I mean, at the end of the day, she has to guard herself against, things about, being called out on inappropriate behavior or the possibility of, favoritism.
And we were in her office, like she was definitely in her like workday persona. Maybe I could ask again later, like outside of when she's not quite so much Tabitha Day and is a little more Moonflower.
All right. I'm going to look a little bit more into the whole Agatha side of things. I mean, everyone is somewhere.
Everyone's somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my two downtime actions. I don't remember if anyone has any left.
I have one. Calliope has two.
Okay.
I am going to spend my last downtime action to research more into Agatha Vogel.
Okay.
And everything about her.
All right, go ahead and roll your d6.
Alrighty, go d6, go. It is so small. 5.
5.
Nice.
All right, 3 segments on the board. So we are 2 segments into tier 3. So tier 2 is now full. Yeah. So go ahead and you get a number of questions.
Woohoo! I love questions.
You get 1 question and 1 follow-up question.
See, there's one that could be interesting, but I don't want to ask it every single time. And I feel like that's not where Carrie's head is at right now. So we're gonna go with what's the danger no one else sees?
Ooh, interesting.
I
The
have my
danger-
notes already.
The danger no one else sees is that, I mean, it's something you've already kind of pointed out to everyone. The danger that is here is that not only is the dreaming coming after you, but if you interfere too much in this, you're going like Albert Storm sounds like a very important person. And if he is interested in whatever's going on, he has a lot of resources at his beck and call. So if you fear that maybe looking into someone so important would draw their eye, kind of eye of like you don't want to bring the eye of Sauron on you, you know.
Ah, that makes sense. All right. Follow-up question. Where are his blind spots?
Interesting. Good questions.
Thank
his
you.
his blind spots. Um his blind spot would probably be that you all are just college students. You're not even like directly involved in his work. You're not anything. So the blind spot would probably be that if you just continue to look and seem like you are normal everyday citizens, he might not look closely at you.
All right. So we are going to have to be very careful in our investigations. We need to be as normal as possible. We're all very good at being normal. All four of us. All four of us. We are all good at being normal, and we shall continue to be good at being normal, because otherwise the rich Mr. Storm may turn his ire upon us, and while I have no one outside this room and my apartment that I would worry about, I know that you all have your own connections, and I would worry about all of you and about Reese. So we just need to play it cool.
We are so good at being normal.
Yes, we're all good at being normal. All of us are good at being normal.
Every
four of
last
us.
one of us.
Kai says, yes, indeed, very, very normal. The screen flickers.
All right, so that is Carrie's 2 downtime actions, I believe.
Alrighty.
I investigated once and I investigated again.
With one of my downtime activities, I would like to pull Nif aside and try to form a connection with Nif. Okay, so the botany building in the morning is not the place to go, but the bio building, oddly enough, I know, 3rd floor, there's a janitor's closet that's phenomenal. Don't ask me how I know, just trust me.
I really want to ask you how you know.
Just trust me.
But
I just know I have a lot of friends that I'm very boring, but I have a lot of
okay, you are
weird
not
friends.
very boring.
Anyway,
Okay,
it's fine.
okay. One of your art friends, maybe.
I just have like a lot of art friends. They know where to do things.
Apparently, yeah, I guess
You missed the memo.
I missed the memo. I have scheduled all of my classes so I didn't have to get up that early.
That's
And
super
I know
fair.
that none of the folks in my class, in my research cohort, none of them are there that early. I don't understand how there are that many people in the botany building that early. And why all of them have to walk through my section of the lab when my shirt is half off.
You just happen to have the worst luck today.
I
It's just not the spot. It's too busy.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I need to start like a blog or something, or some kind of anonymous list of the best places to spend quality time on
Yeah,
campus and
that
those
would
hours.
be very popular list.
Maybe we could like book them out, but it could be all anonymous.
Like how you rent the library rooms.
Exactly. You know, book a private place so that nobody else can be there. And, you can just flag that it's in use.
It's for
but it doesn't-
studying.
It's for
Just
studying,
study.
right? Yeah, I call it sock on the door or sock on the doorknob.
Just study rooms. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Um,
Sharks were asking for $50,000 in exchange for 10% of the company.
So we'll do an empathize with this one as well. If
Yeah.
that's
I'm
cool.
actually going to say this is confess because you revealed that you had
Oh.
some information about this.
True. Okay. All right. I've got one in that. Highest on that is a 6.
Excellent. Nif, you get 4 segments with Calliope.
Yay.
Cool. And then with my last downtime, let's do training, I think.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. All right. Do you ask Kai to help you?
Yeah. Okay, Kai, what do I need to meditate? Do I need to like try to get angry? What do I need to do?
Hmm. When you have been in battle, have you engaged your enemies?
I mean, I threw some pastries.
Hmm.
Usually I
Perhaps,
run and hide like a coward.
perhaps that is your problem. Perhaps you need to be brave and to face the enemies head on.
Okay. I can certainly try. I don't
Eh,
even have like a weapon.
Hands you like a padded pole arm and says, "Strike me."
Okay. I will try to hit him.
Um, so go ahead and let's make this a defy roll for training. You get a bonus die for using the training room. Oh,
Oh,
no, wait, no,
nice.
you just get 2. No, you don't even have to do defy if you don't want to.
Okay.
Basically this goes on and on, and like Kai,
Hmm.
like you like hit one time and like Kai is like harder. And it eventually like kind of builds up like this until like Kai eventually like starts counterattacking your things. So yeah, go ahead and get your 2 experience in Sun.
So that's the horizontal boxes.
Correct.
All right.
And so that was 2 downtime. Did you have a third one or did you do something else that I forgot about?
I helped heal carry earlier. So I've done all 3.
Right. Cool. So you have all done your downtime. What do you think is next for y'all? What do you think you want to do?
Okay, so we have a few things we need to do. I really feel like we need to get into that physics building.
I
But
definitely agree with that.
but I also think that we need to go down to the water because there's that portal thing that's
Right.
happening there that when people fly over, sometimes they turn into to jet monsters.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously we need to figure out what's going on with Storm Industries and like what Albert Storm's connection is to
Mhm,
this and kind of what his intentions are.
I mean, at this point, the physics lab either they found what they needed to and left, or they didn't, and now they're searching, and we wouldn't know either way.
Fair.
I
The
feel like
distraction worked, we fucked up. End of discussion.
Maybe we just need to be more aware of that as a possibility in the future.
I mean, the problem is we can't not deal with the distractions.
Yeah.
We can't just let the creatures rampage through the town.
Yeah. They've
Either way,
already
people are going to
destroyed that
die.
entire.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
there's not enough of us to have, some of us go deal with the distraction and then some of us go to the interesting place that seems like it's
Yeah.
Carrie, do you think they're going to send something else really soon? Like, are we
If
looking
I
at we're probably
was
going to have to
in
fight
their
tonight?
shoes, likely, I would send something if I was them. I would. Of course, they've certainly switched up from what I'm used to. So I don't know. I wouldn't stop the attacks. I would make sure that they keep up, that there's something always happening, wearing down the heroes so that when the eventual true assault comes, they're too tired to do anything about it.
That makes sense, and I hate it.
Do we split up?
I think that we may have to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not that good at investigating or like sneaking, but I'm also not that good at fighting. So I don't know that I would be particularly useful as one half of a team.
Yeah, I can't do the things y'all do. So that sounds.
But you're very smart. I think that you would be well served on an investigative team.
Mm-hmm.
I can certainly try.
Janice hates this so much. I'm scared of like leaving Carrie or Nif or Calliope like on their own without being able to keep an eye on them.
Yeah, Nif is very, because Nif is about the group. Nif is about the team. You know, we are together, but
There's so few of us.
There are so few of us. And if this is a road that we agree to go down, I feel like Janice is really going to want to go investigate the physics building. That's where her interest is right now.
I don't like this either, but I feel like the beach is... We can't ignore the beach and we can't ignore the physics department. I think I'm going to be best for the beach because there's likely something going on there. Calliope, maybe you could go with Janice to the physics building. And Nif, you could come with me.
I am to the beach.
Okay. Yeah. So it sounds like the mission is going to be seek answers. So, which is a tier 2 mission.
Yep.
Sounds like we have our destinations in place. I know we're a little early, but I don't believe we have enough time to resolve the mission. So I'm going to just call it here for tonight.
There.
Okay.
Yeah.
This feels exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we're on the edge of something big.
Oh, I love that the two people who took 5 stress are going together.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's very exciting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just going to make clips out together.
yeah. Yeah.
I love
Oh.
This
I
is
guess-
great.
this. I guess we
Terrifying.
should go ahead and do our outros.
Yeah.
So we'll start with you, Chantal.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's me. Hi, my name is Chantel. I don't really have much to advertise except that I am here on Tuesdays. So if you think I'm great, come and find me here on Tuesdays. Also, I am terrified for the next session.
Yes, it's my turn now. Hi, everybody. I am Elle. If you would like to see if I will continue to be Elle, you can find me at Sapphic Soulful or at Soulful Sapphic on these social medias. You can find me here every Tuesday playing Carrie Milana Vander Leal, aka Lycos, who is not a fan of this plan, but it's the best plan that they have. So, woohoo! You can also find me tomorrow at time. I believe that it is 7 Eastern on Bardic Inspiration Network. We are starting our new arc of Tales of Exandria, Shadows of the Lost. We just completed the first step of the Aramente. We are all shaken. We've got to decide what to do next. There's a Hat Man following us. All around fantastic vibes. And then next Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern. You can find me there, Bardic Inspiration Network. We are going to be playing some Power Rangers. I am playing the Red Ranger, Keegan Cunningham, who's got a little bit of a love triangle going on with their best friend and their best friend's fiance. Whoa, sometimes you're in love with your best friend in a queer way. And then on Wednesday, at a time that I can't remember, we are playing more Power Rangers Monster Force, which is very fun. I play Kane Adler, who is navigating the world of discovering they are autistic later in life, very exciting. They have so much language and a hyperfixation on Stargate. And I think that that's all that I have to plug. Thank you.
Which means that in CED order, it's my turn. I'm Dozens. I have been playing time traveler and girl scientist Janice Quinn. And I don't really have anything to plug right now. Come and hang out with me on the Fediverse. I'm on Mastodon as Dozens at tiny.tilde.website. And you can find a bunch of my silly little games on itch at dozens.itch.io.
Awesome. I am Soliloquy Jaden. You can find me everywhere online as Fat Sapphic Bro. I mostly hang out on TikTok and make a variety of random content, so feel free to come hang out with me. As for streaming, I am here on Twitch most Sundays from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m., most Mondays from 3 to 6 p.m., and of course, Tuesdays from 6 to 9 p.m., all PST. Thanks for hanging out with us.
And I'm Archangelic. You can find me here Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific running this game for these wonderful people. Thank you, wonderful people. You can find me on Twitter as Archangelic or Blue Sky as archangelic.space. I am also breaking into professional GMing on startplaying.games. If you are interested in having me GM a game for you, check me out at startplaying.games/GM/Archangelic. If you've missed any of our games, you can check them out on our YouTube. The link is in our link tree, which I'm putting in the chat. And it's also in our channel description. We have a podcast version of this game. You can search up An Empty Dream wherever you find great podcasts. We are going into our after show, which is available for free on our Patreon. If you want to support us, if you want to support this game and other possible future projects, you can support us on Patreon as well. All the after show content will always be free, but we appreciate your support nonetheless. Lastly, thank you, Polygeist, for helping us stream this show. We appreciate you. We could not do this without you. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We love you, and we hope to see you next time.
Go coconuts!
Go
Go
coconuts!
coconuts!